You're right. Hey, Kiwi, where you going? Can you hear me all good? Right. A bit early. 5 minutes early, so just wait for the guest. Hey, Bert, how you going? Cheers, mate. Rob, I was just texting you. I'll throw the link in, bud. Hey, Ken, how you going? There's the man himself. Should be logging on soon. Big Bert. Good stuff. And of course, can't forget Mad Kiwi. He's the first one on there already. A couple in already. It's not too bad tonight. I thought it'd be colder. Like a winter time. Is that light flickering too much, or is it all right? Gaming night. You love playing games, don't you? Excuse me. That Predator one was cool, though, that you had. I remember that one. There he is. Hey, Rob, how you going? Hang on.
Live. Oh, there I am.
Yeah. Hey, sweet.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. We'll just see how many more we get in the chat, and then we'll have a chat in the meantime anyway.
Sounds good, man. I'm all new to this. This is all very good technology, Smitty.
Me too. I got the fucking laptop sitting on the esky in the garage. or where my dryers are and my bike gear is, and I'm sitting here in the garage having a beer.
That's all right. That's awesome.
That's my studio. How's that Softail going?
Really good, mate. Yeah, I take it back on Wednesday, so I'm probably finished with it now.
Yeah,
I've got to work tomorrow, so yeah, but yeah, brilliant bike.
Right, I don't mind them.
Cheers, man.
I'm pretty. Cheers, bud. I'm pretty picky with the new ones, but Harley's really got their act together. They've got nice styles, like their glides and their baggers and all that. They're just got nice styles. And I love the Indian boppers too. Like, I'm not just Harley. I love all bikes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
But I liked the old Enfield because my brothers were right into the Enfields and the aerials. Was there an aerial?
Yeah.
Because when it's getting warm in here now. When my brother used to race back in the day, midgets. That's my oldest brother. They used to have the Jawas and all that, and fucking they were the things you couldn't catch. They were the works, sort of the works things. And it's like, if the ones in the chat that don't know what a midget is, it's a little speedway race car, just welded up with metal and aluminium pop riveted on the outside of it, and it's got a 500cc motorcycle engine in them. They go like a scalded cat.
Yeah.
They get up a mumbo. My brother and his mate joined the speedway just as a joke, and they were quite good at it, and they ended up winning state titles and things like that for about 3 or 4 years. They did it for. They didn't do it too long, but I was, well, he's 10 years, 11 years older than me, so I was a kid. That's where I learned to ride motorbikes, in the pits on the MR50.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. The good old days, and I still remember them clear as a bell.
Yeah.
Which is strange because I'm 50 and I still remember being 6 and 5 and all that stuff.
Oh, 50's young, mate. You're still a spring chicken.
50's young, so I'm guessing you're a couple of years older.
No, I'm a bit younger, actually. My wife's 50,
Yeah.
but I'm, well, in a couple of weeks, I'm 47.
47, oh, that's the way.
Yeah.
Getting up there. It was like 50 on the plateau. Actually, it's my mum's birthday today. I rang her this morning right on 7:30 when I had to start work. She goes, "Oh, I didn't even remember it was my birthday," because she's 84.
Yeah.
I said, "Good, gotta go, bye." Oh, she's one. She'll want to have a chat and talk 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So, yeah.
That's mum for you. My mum's the same. She's a good talker.
Oh, yeah, aren't they? Then, Mum forgets I haven't been in Ulladulla since I left when I was 17. And she goes, "Oh, do you know such and such round the corner, her son, and what's he did this the other day?" And I don't know. All the mates that I grew up with, they're not there no more. So she thinks,
well,
maybe around the corner I know, and you do know him. I said, "Yeah, I probably do, but I don't know him now." Oh, they're a good laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I didn't know fucking Bald Hill had cafe in that up there now.
Yeah, so right up
Bald
like
Hill.
the northern end of Bald Hill, underneath, there's a bit of a lookout there. And
Yeah, I saw that there.
Where all the public toilets are, it's just right next to the public toilets.
Yeah, because we've always gone through there. Oh, right. Whenever it's a nice sunrise, we like to go that way. Actually, I think the weekend that you did your hog ride, was the weekend we went to Ulladulla and they had roadworks that way.
Yeah, because from Stanwell Tops down to the bottom of that big hill, that's all, the roads are closed at the moment.
That's all roadworks now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because down there, Scarborough and all that, and then Ostermere and Thurrool. I love that part of. That's my favourite part of Wollongong, because when I left school, I had a rebellious year. My wife would say I'm still rebelling, but anyway. And we lived at. I was boarding when I left home. I was boarding at Canalga Point, and my mate lived at Bellambi. So all you needed in Wollongong was a push bike or a skateboard, and you can get around. You had buses, trains, the whole lot. I picked it as a teenage town, like it was. You could go anywhere. You could live down in Albion Park Rail, and you still get to Sydney. Train or bus or anything like that. So, allegedly wagged TAFE quite a bit and went surfing and skating. So we catch the train to Hurstville, Manly. We Street State King's Cross, and you run amok as teenagers would. Like, I didn't get my apprenticeship and I had a wasted year. I didn't get a job, so I went TAFE and got experience at TAFE, like with trade-wise. It was a trade course. And then end of the year, I said to the old man, "I don't think I'm going to pass the course." And there was an ad in the paper, and bang, I got my apprenticeship that way. It just all fell into place. Well, said so. It's like I've said earlier, starting to grow up, you get a bit wiser, and you know how far to push the envelope, not to get into trouble, to get the parents involved. So allegedly, that's what I was doing.
So what was your apprenticeship, Smitty?
I'm a screen printer by trade.
Yeah, okay.
Manila Dulla, and then right in Mascot at Kensington. I had to go there for an interview, and they virtually said, "You come all this way for an interview. When can you start?" But Mum was talking to the boss. I was looking at it as machine printing, looking at all the flatbeds, printing corflute signs and big stickers and paper and all that.
Yep.
I was just flabbergasted, like the old squeegee and the framework, doing T-shirts at school, which is the best thing I did at school in art. And I ended up doing it as a hobby, even at school, printing shirts on the side at school. But seeing these big machines printing paper, and the grippers would grab the paper and shoot it out the back on the conveyor belt, and then it'd go in the dryer, and big process. And I was blown away. And I never really had a chat to the boss. Mum was doing all the chatting to the boss. I was running around talking to the boys, seeing what the go was.
Yeah.
And they had to give me 2 weeks to get an apartment and all that type of thing, get set up, and all the rest is still doing the same thing, working in the sign shop. And someone said to me one time in Coffs Harbour, I was looking for work when we moved up here, they said, "Do you enjoy it?" I said, "Well, to be honest, I never really thought about it." So I said, "Well, like obviously I must do, because like I've been doing it since I left school, and I haven't thought anything twice about going anything else." So
yeah.
But the money's shit. But it's a job you like, so you just have to persevere with it.
Yeah, if you've got a job that you like, you're halfway there, aren't you?
Exactly right. But yours seems pretty cool. I wish I knew how to drive, or I had a boat license.
Yeah, my first apprenticeship, I was a horticulture apprentice. So I did gardening.
Okay. Yeah.
For Manly Council, and I hated it every minute.
Yeah, I'm not a green thumb. I kill everything.
But what happened was I used to look after the Manly Esplanade Gardens, which are near the Manly Ferry Wharf, around the Ocean World there. And I used to watch this boat come into Manly every single day, and drop off its passengers, and the crew would have a swim and have a feed, and then passengers would get back on and they'd go back towards the city. And I thought, man, here I am in my khaki greens and a Cobra, and I'm filthy dirty, playing in dirt every day. And there's people cruising along on a boat wearing flash black and white epaulets. And so I went down to the boat one day and I chatted to the crew, and just got some information. I found out what course I could do to become a deckhand. And that afternoon I rang up and booked into the course. And the same afternoon, I quit my job. And then ever since then, I've been on the water. So that was 1993. Yeah,
right.
So when you've been in a similar sort of a job for that many years, what looks good on the surface is an absolute chore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so everyone, you see my photos, you think, oh, it's beautiful on the harbour, which it is.
But you're working.
Working, and I'm bored shitless because I'm not learning.
Yeah.
And that's where my YouTube channel became a bit of therapy for me, because it just stimulated my brain again.
Yeah.
And I was able to.
It's funny
be creative, and then also just make stuff.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was thinking about, because I had 10 questions. I was thinking about, because I want to make it like 13 questions. I tell everyone that I do get on and have a chat with.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what to say and what to ask and everything. But he just said then, one question I was going to say, like, your YouTube channel, what do you like about it? You sort of just answered it then. It was like, and I thought about it myself. It's sort of been in a bike club for 15 years and then going solo. And I was a bit of a lone wolf even back in the club. We'd go on rides and I'd just stick with myself, and I'd leave early the next day, but I'd ride there together. But I was always one like to get home early the next day, where the others would want to drag their ass and take their time to get home. But I was sort of get home, park the bike, have a shower, and then spend time with the family and stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, that's my YouTube channel is sort of like in that regards as well. It's like a bit of a savior, a bit of something to do. I had a GoPro. We've had a GoPro for 2.5 years and never used it. We went for New Zealand the first time. We used it at Hobbiton there once, walking around, did a 20-minute video, and very amateurish, of course, and it was like, okay, yeah, that was it. So, and it was only like for a family album, but since then I just packed it away and didn't do anything. And then when I saw country like America and all that, and saw Adam Sandler, like I said on my Instagram and YouTube, he inspired me just to see other countries, to see the country, like to see Rushmore and Needles Highway and the Dragon and all that's real close and obviously the rallies and all that you knew about beforehand, but just to actually see the country. And then down south, down Mississippi and Louisiana and Virginia and up north on the West Coast, it's a big world. Like, we know how big Australia is, and America's 10 times bigger, you know? Yeah. So it was sort of my lifeline, got me into doing it, and like we all do, we all watch the sub count, but honestly mine's more of a family album and for something for me to watch later on. I'd like to show the countryside, try and get a bit of drone footage here and there if I can and whatnot, and then I'll put it in me episodes and all that, and I'll even watch it later. Like, I'm probably my own viewer. I like watching my own stuff because that's what I make it for. It's like a photo album. Back in the day, I had a 35mm camera, but I went out and took a lot of photos. I got a lot of albums, but they're sitting under the staircase now, not looking at. So like another way of watching it, refreshing your memory and reminiscing. That's what it's all about.
Yes. So I've gone through some different stages with my channel, and by the way, I just saw Chewy. Thanks, man. Bald Hour. Yeah, you're right too. Exactly right. With my channel, like initially I started it when I had an MX5 and I was just filming club rides. So I was filming and creating for memories only. But then I got a phone call from Gosford Mazda, and they asked me to review the new MX5 when it came out, the MD. And then I started. That was the first thing that triggered, and thought maybe I can turn this memory channel into something just a little bit more. Yeah. And then I started doing a whole bunch of car reviews through Central Coast Motors, and then I got approached to do some motorcycle stuff, and that's how we kind of ended up where we are now. So for a period of time, I just wanted to turn this into a pure business after that. Like, I just got really motivated to grow. I wanted to earn money out of it. But then the reality kicked in, and it's really fucking hard to grow and to earn money out of this.
My average, I'm getting 100 a year. 100 a year, that's it.
So I've gone back to where I started, and now I'm just creating the stuff that I want to create. Like, I'm doing reviews for watch time, because I know that gets watch time. But other than that, like, part of the thing with Harley was that I wanted to be able to make the video that I made the other day about just going for a ride down a Bald Hill for breakfast. I want to be able to make that style of footage more, because that's for me. And then in return for me being able to make that footage, I'll make a review for them. And that also shows their vehicle in a lifestyle video as well. And so I've got Harley's on board doing that now, providing they're happy with what I've done. They're talking about having the live wire come out in September and giving me one of those, the electric bike.
Yeah, right. That'd be different. You won't hear the muffler.
I reviewed the Zero a couple of years ago, the other electric bike, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're not ideal. They're a good city bike, but they're not ideal if you want to do any distance.
That's it. Round town.
We had it alongside a Tesla Model 3, and just doing launches off the traffic lights with 2 electric vehicles. It was amazing.
They got plenty of torque. I remember
Yeah.
watching on Netflix. They had the fastest car series, and they all drag each other. It's a bit of a put on, but then they had this old one fella had a rotary, and this other bloke, I think it was a Datsun 1600 or 1000, and it had an electric engine in it, and it fucking took off. He crashed it. He ended up taking off, losing traction because he's a computer geek. Lost traction, and then he spun it across the front of one car and hit the rotary on the other lane because they had 5 of them dragging at the same time. I was watching. I said something's going to happen here, like throughout the series. Something's not going to go right, and eventually happened. But it was a electric engine. It just plenty of torque, and then broke traction through a third of the way down the track, and then he lost it. But yeah, they get up and go.
Yeah, really do. The only thing that is very weird with the electric engines is there's no engine braking, especially on the
there's no compression.
Yeah, that's right. And so that's something that's really weird to get used to, and it will just mean you use more brakes than normal. But there's a process of getting used to that as well.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm going to get a tinny. Hang on.
Yeah, cool. Roads of Oz, just to answer your question, how did Harley contact you to review their bikes? I actually contacted them. What I've decided to do, because I've gotten to 7,000 subs now, I feel like well, someone called me a micro-influencer. I don't like using that term, but so I've been reaching out to the head offices of these companies and negotiating with them. So Harley was the first person to supply me with a bike, but I'm in negotiations with 4 brands at the moment. So fingers crossed they all come through. But yeah, Harley was the first person to jump on board, mainly because I don't know if you guys have ever watched the old TV show HDTV, Harley Davidson TV.
Yeah, that's what sort of got me into watching bikes on the telly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was kind of one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, and the one of the marketing guys out of there who was on a few episodes called Marcus. I met him last year at the motorcycle festival at Wollongong that I filmed down there, and I interviewed them about the live wire that day. And so since then, I've sort of been in the back of his head. And one thing my old man taught me when I was a kid is if you want to achieve something, you just keep being a pest. So you're always in someone's head until you achieve what you want to achieve. And that's kind of what I've done with Harley, and it's paid off.
Yeah.
And as long as they're happy with the content that I make, hopefully they'll just keep sending me bikes whenever they're available.
That's it. Yeah, I used to watch that HDTV when it was on because based up in Queensland, weren't they? So I always ran up there. I did enjoy the one immensely when they went to Tassie down the Launceston there and did the one at the Hogs joint there, Harley Place. And I used to watch it when it was on, but it's always hard to get hold of. Even I was looking at online when it was on Amazon or whatever stream it was, trying to see what shows were on there and what I was up to, and I lost track of it. So yeah, and then they didn't make it anymore. So
yeah, one of the fellows passed away last year, I think. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Big Bert was in the show in Tassie.
Yeah, Bert just said he was in there. I thought you would be because I think it was in Launceston, wasn't it?
There's nothing else to do in Tassie, right, Bert?
Yeah. Well, I've got to do my 7-question challenge for Governor too. I noticed he just put a movie out this morning or yesterday, and he did a ride. But he's here for the 7-question challenge, and like I said before, it's going to be pretty much like yours. I want to do the coast road all the way down to Sale and Phillip Island, and then even jump on the ferry and shoot over and go down to do Tassie. It's just the best part of the coastline.
Hey, Bert, Big Bert, you know I'm joking, mate. I'd love to get to Tassie. It's really, it looks like an amazing place.
So have you been there yet?
No, I haven't. It's certainly on a big bucket list. If we get some borders open, I'll go down.
But even we did it. We had to go down for my wife's cousin's 40th, surprise 40th, and it wasn't a surprise because about a week before it, she rang up. Oh, I'm glad you're coming because her husband's not one for organising stuff. So she said, if you're not going to organise nothing, I'm going away with my girlfriend. So he'd been planning this for like 18 to 2 years, for this surprise party for the Rellos to go there. And she thought he hadn't done a thing. And he had to tell her that we were coming down, and we got the phone call. Oh, yeah, great, you're coming. But we flew down to Launceston on Virgin, and then hired a car. It was a Nissan Pulsar sedan thing. And it was the best holiday because we rolled up, jumped in the hire car. It was nice and sunny in the plane. You look out the window, beautiful, and it goes, oh, it's 4 degrees. So we're in shorts and T-shirts. As soon as we got out and got our bags, we put the trackies and the jumpers on. Then we got to the T section. It was like left or right because we had a week to drive around Tassie. And then the last week we were there, for 5 days, we were going to stay at a cousin's place at Burnie. So stayed at Launceston, then we did the East Coast down to Port Arthur and then Hobart, through Queenstown up to Strawn, then up to Stanley, up to Nugget, then around to Burnie. So we did the round trip, and it was awesome. It's hilly. It's hilly. There's no railings. We've only seen 2 dead Tassie Devils on the road in all that 2.5 weeks. There's a lot of little furry. Bert might tell me. It's they're probably like a little corker or something like that. A little small fucking rodent anyway. There was plenty of dirt on the side of the road, and you just couldn't tell what they were. But Bert might pop up and tell us what it is. But
Bert, how many of us can fit around Big Bert's bar if we all come down?
Yeah, that's right. How many beds you got? As long as you got a big front yard and plenty of fucking tarps, we'll be right.
Yeah, that's it.
Even G's got their Phillip Island was the best weekend. I wanted to do that as a youngster way back when I first left school, and my mate was riding the bikes, and he rode down there on a GPZ 1100, I think, and watched back when Doohan and Gardner were racing together. When it was the 500s and the 2 strokes, it wasn't the thousands. And you had the best time, but fuck, it was a long way on a sports bike, he said.
Yeah,
from
right.
from Ulladulla, so. But all right, eh? We've got a few in the chat. That's pretty good. We're 4 now. But I was dropping away anyway. Might as well start these questions, get something happening.
You hit me.
Yeah. Well, you know, Rocket Rider 510. He put a video out a while ago, and it's we probably just glossed over it before. And the first question is, what inspired you? What was your inspiration to sort of start your channel?
Yeah, so probably like when it was car stuff, it was just for memories. But when it became motorcycles, I was really heavily influenced by Adam Sandoval, like you said. I enjoyed watching his stuff, and I thought, I think I could probably do that to an extent. Yeah. And then had Harley Davidson TV, like that TV show was something that I really enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
And then the other things that I'm a mad foodie. I mean, you know, I've got an eater's body. But just being loving food and loving food destinations, I love watching those where the famous chefs go to Italy or whatever. They travel around and eat food and share knowledge. Yeah, and kind of that's all the things that made me want to start doing it. And I haven't really explored that option too much, but it's something that I want to get more into, is promoting like local businesses and food destinations and all that sort of stuff. Similar to what I did in that video the other day of going to Bald Hill for breakfast. Yeah, but I want to interview the restaurant. I want to interview the chef, like do more B-roll of the food being made for me and all that sort of stuff. But having it still based around motorcycles.
That's probably like what I'm doing. When I do jump on the bike and I'll do riding when it warms up, like in spring and summer and that again. Hopefully we're not on fire like we were this Christmas. But, more pub reviews and go to pubs because they those two pubs I did before all the virus and all that came out. And I got so much forward drive footage, I just don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do it as I've done it, because I got it 2 months prior before I even got my car, and to like now. So I don't know whether to cut a lot of shit out or just do it week in, week out as we come and eventually get to the new car, or big decision on what to do and what to give the viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to seeing your four-wheel drive stuff, man. Like it's a good little rig.
I've come to a conclusion, like with Rick, my mate we go fishing and four-wheel driving with, and Cole and all that. I'll keep that one as Rickety Smith and the four-wheel drive, but I am going to start another one up called Nelly and Family. Like four-wheel drive, we call it Nelly, Big Nelly. There is a lookout up here called Big Nelly. It's a big old volcanic plug, and got some awesome scenery around that. And the story is, we went four-wheel drive once with Rick, went around all the lookouts, and Big Nelly was the last lookout we went to. And virtually from that, we went straight to the car yard because I knew there was a Triton there I was looking at. When we got there, it was a two-wheel drive, not a four-wheel drive. And the bloke's gone, here, I got this. Walked up 3 cars, Navara was. And it was only $2,000 more. Haggle knocked him down $1,000, so it was only $1,000 more than what I was planning to spend. And we did the business and ended up buying the car. So we've nicknamed it Big Nelly, and it's a weapon. It's fucking awesome. It's so good. But even like I said before, I wanted to buy Mrs. Smitty a bike. We wanted to go because we've been riding since we were teenagers, and that's how we hooked up and whatnot after school. But she's got bad osteo on her fingers. Can't hang on. She can knock them, and it's painful. So the bike situation was out of the mix. And then I was going to get a van, the highest long wheelbase van, put the bike in and go trekking around that way. And I have to sort of say thanks to COVID, because we jump in the Camry, we drive up to North Haven and go to the co-op and buy fish and chips. We did that 2 weeks straight, and the third week it was getting a bit monotonous, and we're doing the same thing for 3 weeks and weren't getting anywhere. And like, because we're doing the four-wheel driving on the side, now that we bought the four-wheel drive, mate, up here on the mid-north coast, there's so much to see. There's so many lookouts, so many dirt tracks and potholes, and the poor thing's been copping a flogging. It's dirty. I had it clean for about 6 days, and then we had to go get some wood, and it was muddy again. So it was just, four-wheel driving in Australia it's a must. You go bush, you can see everything, and the dirt roads like the highway anyway. It's usually pothole, the main street, RE. But it's done what I wanted to do. Get me and Mrs. Smitty going out of the house and doing our thing again. And it's not riding, but it's four-wheel driving, and you're still going to see the country anyway. So that's
the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we're leaving the kids at home to see us. So away we go. Last weekend we left at 9, and we got home. Had to take Tyler to work at 3. Went around the mate's place and watched the footy on the Sunday. But we're out all day, Saturday and Sunday, which is burning me because I've got so much editing to do, and I'm not getting it done. So I got to knuckle down and pick a Tuesday or a Thursday and night and just fucking get onto the editing, because I've got shitloads of four-wheel drives to do. And like I said, the 7 challenge and another couple of bike ones, I want to just go for a ride and tell a couple of stories, because I do have one. We go to Ellenborough Falls, and I do have a story about an old ancient murder that happened up there, and I know the whole baseline of that. So that's coming as well. It's a 1970 murder mystery from Sydney to Ellenborough Falls. I've seen a show on it, and it was quite detailed. So I'm just going to be telling what they told me. I've researched a few things, and it'd be interesting. There's a bit of a twist and whatnot, and something to add to the channel.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll get on to the second one. Next, it's just an easy one. It says, what's your next hobby? Like, not bike related. Like, what's your other favourite hobby other than motorbikes?
I don't know, mate. I guess it used to be gardening, but I kind of don't have time for anything else at the moment.
That's it. Yeah.
It's working heaps or doing YouTube, as you said. Like editing takes so much time.
Oh, it does. You want to do a 10-minute video? It takes you fucking 4 hours or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. I don't know that I've got any other hobbies other than eating.
Eating, yeah. Well, that's a good.
I used to drink a lot. I used to drink a lot of wine. We used to go to wine regions as much as we could.
Well, we just went past Great Lakes Winery on the weekend, and I said to the missus, I don't drink wine or port, but they reckon that's a fucking good winery in there. And we did it, one of our bike poker runs, we did stop in there for lunch, and it is a nice spot. But
yeah,
winery, I know I wouldn't weigh near Bulladilla. I'll give it a plug in Kalungaluk, but it's, there's no beer there, so it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, foodie, yeah, that's a good one. That's a hobby.
Yeah, I eat as much as I can. I love it.
Yeah, we all do. We love a barbecue, that's for sure. A roast. Yeah. Okay, the next one's just a simple one, like everyone asks it. Yeah, when did you start riding? Was it as you were a kid or just later on?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was I lived on the northern beaches of Sydney up until I was 14, and then I decided I wanted to move out into the country to live with my dad.
Yeah.
And so when I moved into a town called Canoundra, which is in central West New South Wales. And when I got out there, a mate of mine was selling a Yamaha TY175.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a trials bike, but I didn't know what a trials bike meant. I just knew that I could afford it. I bought it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it was a shit bike. It had no speed at all. They're designed to go up a vertical hill, and that's what it's designed to do. And I hated it, but I still, I still enjoyed it while I could. It had no kickstart. It had no electric start. You had to push start it every time you jumped on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was probably 15 years old, I guess, is when I started riding that.
Yeah.
And that was, then I was living in the country. We rode a lot of farm bikes like the DT175s from Yamaha.
Yeah, I remember the DS80s I was thinking of, sorry. When they bought
so just big agricultural bikes we rode for work mainly. And then it wasn't until I was living back in Sydney and I got a GPX 250, the red and black Ninja. And that was another shit bike, but it was a good learner's bike.
But bike's a bike. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. I think
I did a lot of miles on that. I lived in Avalon on the northern beaches.
Yeah.
I was working in Pyrmont on the harbour, and I had a girlfriend at Wollongong Uni. So that little GPX 250 did a lot of miles. And so it served its purpose well, but it was a shit bike on a long trip.
Well, that's what you did. It didn't matter. You had two wheels and you went riding.
That's right. It was independence, mate. That's all we needed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember I answered G-Spot Moto. He gave me questions. I hit him up. One of the questions was, I remember we went to a party or went to a friend's place, and all they had there was a Pee-wee 50. But we're getting drunk and we're in the backyard, and we'd knock the kids off it and we'd steal the 50 and we'd be riding around the backyard, it was a big backyard, around the letterbox or a clothesline and back up to the patio back door, and it was a good circuit. But there was a whoop in the grass, and we were that big, our knees were dragging along the ground. I remember Lee Courage, he was a little skinny Aboriginal kid. He's gone over this whoop, and then as he's gone on the compression, his knees hit the dirt and it dragged him off the bike. He didn't hurt himself, just come off, and we just put shit on him and laughed. And it was just one of those things you did. Like, it didn't matter. There was a bike there, so you were riding it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like another mate, he just had a postie. He rode around everywhere on that. You couldn't kill it. Flogged it. And then the old postie he got booked on it once. Actually, Miss Piggy booked him going home. He said do a 90 and an 80, and he goes, it doesn't go fucking 90 Ks, but he's going downhill. And we had a couple of coppers in town. They give everyone a hard time, but that's what that's their job is, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Skid, how are you, buddy?
G'day, Skid.
Yeah. Okay, question 4. It's a drone one. I don't know if you're a drone person. This is, what's your worst experience and story of a drone?
Yeah, so I've got a Mavic Pro. I've had it for a couple of years now, and I've been pretty lucky, to be fair. So touch wood that I stay lucky. But
Yeah.
I was filming off the top of Mount Victoria as you're going over the Blue Mountains, and I was in my little orange Fiesta ST that I had, and I went out over a cliff with the drone, and there was a hairpin corner that I wanted to get a vertical down shot at this hairpin corner as all the cars and motorcycles went around it. But what I stupidly did, and this is when I was pretty new with the drone, I put the drone into a spiral, so just for cinematic effect, you know.
Yeah.
When I brought the camera back up again, and I'm looking in the little screen to try and find where I was on the cliffs, but the drone was surrounded by cliffs, so I didn't know whether to go forward, right, left, whatever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I didn't even know that there was a come home button on the controller. That's how new I was with it. So I just decided, I saw a cliff in the little picture, and I thought, I'm just going to go towards that cliff. And lucky my car was bright orange. So I eventually saw a little spot of orange on the screen, and I flew towards it. And otherwise, the drone could have gone 5 kilometres the other way and just disappeared.
Mine did that. I pushed the one finger launch control and it fucked off on me. It took off, got up to 20 meters or whatever, and then fucking away it went. It didn't come back.
Didn't come back.
Put the spare battery in because I thought, oh, that might have been what the drama was. It was the first time I flew it, but the third flight I did that afternoon. So the second one, it went a bit haywire. So I thought I'll change the battery, put the new battery in. The controller still had plenty. I calibrated it and all that and pushed the one finger launch and fucking up it went and it took off. It just gone. It was only a GP 167. It was a cheap one, but I'm glad it wasn't. It was a Chrissy present, so yeah, it fucked off. But I was looking into the minis, but I think I'll end up getting the Air 2. Fletch said you don't need the Wi-Fi to it. I think that's what the problem might have been with this other one. So I'll look into that, and it's reasonably sort of cheapish, and when I can afford it, and I might dabble in it and get one because they are handy and they're good footage.
And those new small ones do as good footage as my old good one. So I'd rather a small one for compact, especially on your bike when you've got no storage on your bike.
Yeah, it'd be just in the fucking bag, yeah.
Yeah, just throw it in your backpack or whatever, and yeah.
Well, that's why I was looking at the Mini, but now this Air came out, it's got rid of the whole Wi-Fi system, what Fletch Diner told me about it, and it seems might be a bit more pricey. It's a bit heavier, so it's a bit more stable, and it's the one to go for, so in time and get one of those eventually, I think, when I put the pennies away and don't have to bike. I only just got my bike reg. It's 2 months out of rego. Anyway, right, next one. It's into the nitty gritty now. Tell us something very mischievous about yourself that you've done growing up and your oldies still don't know that you've done, and you got away.
Don't know that I've done.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something that they do know what I've done.
It doesn't matter if they know or don't know. Yeah.
When I would have had my L plate, so I would have been about 16, but didn't have my full license. Living in Canowindra, my dad and my stepmum went away for the week. So my little stepbrother and I decided to get in the family car, which was an old Volkswagen Beetle, and just go cruising around, you know. But surrounding Canowindra, being a country town, it's all dirt roads. But there's a river that goes through town that floods, so a lot of the dirt roads have causeways, like a big dip. But for a 16-year-old, that dip, in my mind, was a jump. So as far as I could imagine, I was driving the Dukes of Hazzards Dodge Charger, you know, through these dips, trying to get airborne. And I went through 3 dips, got airborne on the first, airborne on the second, and on the third, I got about a metre off the ground, and in the air, the Volkswagen started to twist.
Had the twist going.
So when I landed, I'm trying to oversteer, but I landed like a bloody motocross bike.
Yeah.
Bang! But I just went straight through a barbed wire fence into a cow paddock. And so I'm going on, I think I'm doing about 50 or 60 mile an hour in this old Volkswagen. And suddenly the barbed wire fence is on the right-hand side and not the left. And I'm inside the cow's running away. And my logic as a 16-year-old panicking was, well, I'm just going to turn back through the fence to get back onto the road. So I've just gone bang, back through the fence, ripped apart another section of fence, back on the road. I got home and there was gouges out of the roof of the Volkswagen from the barbed wire. And I just had to come clean when my dad got home. And small towns, everyone knows everyone.
No, someone stole
the farmer and said what happened, and the farmer said, "Oh yeah, I wondered what happened." And so my punishment was spending 3 days rebuilding that fence for the farmer.
Okay. Fencing.
Yeah, but that gouge was in the top of the Volkswagen for years. You'd have to really putty it out. You couldn't buff it or anything. But that's probably pretty mischievous that I had to admit to my parents what I've done.
Oh, that's good. That's what that question's for, to bring the story. Joy, I hit her up with that one on my first interview, and she said she'd lay on the trampoline and on the house or the shed across the road, or the neighbour was a corrugated roof, and they'd lay on the trampoline and shoot it with the BB gun. So that's a good question, though, and it brings a lot out.
Yeah.
Just get another beer. I'll have to drag that fridge fucking closer.
You need a little one under your desk.
Yeah, no, then I can't fit enough beers in it. It's good to be on that one. Right, yeah, I like that question. It gets everyone telling all their secrets. Okay, next one's what celebrity does it for you? Like what celebrity wouldn't you kick out of bed?
You know, there's I've got a number of them, but
as we all do.
when it comes to a hall pass that I've talked to my wife about, I'm an ex-musician, so you've probably heard of a guitarist called Jason Mraz. He's a poppy, folky sort of guitarist. He's got a percussionist called Mona Tabacola, and there's something about Mona that's just sexy. Playing the drums, wild hair. But she's probably my big one. The other one, on the TV show NCIS, there was a crazy lab assistant called Abby, and
the one with the ponytails and that,
the cuts and everything.
The dark-haired chick with the ponytail.
So her girl name's Paulie Perrette, and when it comes to an actress, that's probably my favourite as well.
Yeah, because my wife, she's got a couple too. She likes fucking Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And of course Thor, fucking whatever his name is. Anyway, ain't got a bod like me, so I'm laughing. And another one. Mine's I like Sandra Bullock, always have. And the other one was that Mexican chick. She was in Dusk Till Dawn, and she's also in one with Luke Perry out of fucking Friends. Anyway, I can't remember her name. She's got some type of name. Name. But anyway, she's a bit of an all right looker.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cool. Okay, next one. 7. We're up to 7, so we're doing good. Favorite sport to watch on telly or do? So yeah, what's your favorite sport?
For many years it was rugby league.
Yeah.
But I just really hate rugby league now. I still follow the West Tigers.
Yeah, I follow it because I'm diehard, and that's the only thing my mum and dad used to do. And we watch football all the time, and brothers are real diehard footballers. But it's too much of a business now. It's really fucked it, I think. But
so I'd rather go and watch a local footy game down the corner where you know.
Oh hell yeah.
And have a beer and watch the local game. That's the footy that I like now. But Yeah, NRL, I just can't watch it anymore. Except for when anyone beats the North Queensland Cowboys skit.
I knew that was coming. Is he still in the chat? We'll find out in a minute.
He was there a minute ago.
Yeah, it's a good lure. We'll get it there somewhere.
Yeah, other than that, mate, I guess I like V8 supercars. I enjoy watching the V8s. Look, a skid pig.
Yeah, there he is. He's still hanging around. Yeah, nah. Well, that's the Aussie family, isn't it? It's football and fucking V8s. That's all.
Yeah.
Bathurst is a big weekend, and you play it back. The great race Bathurst, and we watch the V8s, and it's V8s and footy, shooting, fishing, and camping. That's all you and God. My brothers and my old man though, born and grew up in Yass. I grew up in Canberra because they sold the farm and moved into town.
Yep.
So it's weird for me because I feel like not really a city kid because Canberra's not really a city. It's spread out and it is sort of in the country, but not as country as what Yass and Taree and all Kangaroo Valley and all the small towns in the country are like. And one brother lives in Young, the other one lives up at Iluka at the moment, but he wants to get out the bush again. But we're definitely country boys, and I love the coast because growing up as a kid at school, I was at 10 years old. I moved Ulladulla and had the best part of the world down there.
Yeah.
And then living in Canberra and my brothers getting chased by the coppers in the XU1s and the Monaros and the Hoeys, I'd never changed my childhood. It was awesome. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, yeah, it's just one of those experiences, I guess. But
yeah, for sure.
down is just something about them, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Righto. Next one. Number 8. Well, it's a simple one. What's your favourite poison? Beer, wine, spirits, or that cider shit?
It'd be Bundy rum.
Bundy rum, yeah.
I don't have it much, but it's what I really like. Or a Maker's Mark bourbon. That'd be my 2.
Yeah. Harley Rage are good. Ulladulla's God's country.
Yeah, nice.
I was spoiled as a kid. I got a 4-wheel drive video coming up. Me and Mrs. Smitty went back to Ulladulla and I called in my oldie's place. And it will actually show you how far I live from the beach. It's only 50 metres. It's fuck all, actually. I used to walk down, look at the surf and go swimming and snorkeling and all that type of stuff. I was a fuck surfer, so that's why I bought a Harley and a trail bike. So.
Yeah, I was a bad surfer too, but growing up on the northern beaches, one of my mates was a professional bodyboarder.
Yeah, well, that was my I couldn't surf that best, but I grabbed the esky lid and did that. I was pretty good at that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, my mate that was sponsored, like he'd always just give his old boards to us. Like we had a row of mates that would get the hand-me-downs every time we got a new board.
Yeah.
So so I was more into bodyboarding because I couldn't stand up for shit.
Exactly, but with the bodyboarding, because you look for the suckier waves and you get right in deeper to the point, so you get where the surfies had to hang out a bit more to get the ride. You'd get in, and they wouldn't be able to drop in on you. So
you'd be able to get those nice little shore breaks and just get smashed on the sand.
Oh, I used to surf Coogee shore break, 6 foot, 8 foot shore breaks at Coogee. You only go about 3 meters, and get up and get the sand out of you.
I do the same like Mona Vale and Bungan, always the same. Just get smashed. It was fun to get injured.
That's it. But give me a trail bike any day.
Yeah.
Chewy, I love Jack Daniels and dry. Oh, I love JD too, mate. We come back from the New Zealand cruise with 6 litres of Gentleman Jack. 2 litres was $55. That's what did you call it? Duty free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Number 9. After that one, what's your go-to hangover breakfast after a big night on your Bundy rum?
Oh, it just has to be a bacon and egg roll. And what I had down at Bald Hill the other day, bacon, egg roll, hash brown, barbecue sauce and cheese.
I think.
And the yolk's got to be dripping out if you don't get a yolk squirt, it's not good enough.
It's like I asked Joy that one. She goes, I don't know. She goes, I don't know if I really want to eat after a big night on the turf. So I said, well, okay, well, around 10, 11 o'clock, what were you like? She goes, apple juice. That was about it. So she must have some pretty big nights.
Yeah.
I know we used to work at Mollymook Golf Club, and we sort of sober up on the way home because we walked from Mollymook all the way over near Kings Point Turnoff, which because my parents lived out Racecourse Point near Racecourse Beach, which is you walk through town to the other south side, Kings Point Turnoff to home, and it's a good hour walk. Drunk, sometimes it takes 4. Depends how many fights you got into on the way, but locals, tourists, all that type of stuff back in the day. And what happened at the pizza joint on the way through, because you'd get halfway, pizza shop be open, so you'd buy a pizza, wait for that. Depends on the lineup. And then also, who was stealing pizza and we would starting fights, and yeah, it was that's $1. It was just there was a lot of shit going on at night time, and like they were all run when the rum drinkers were out, all they wanted to do was fight. So I just had beer, and I didn't really touch spirits back then. I was mainly just into the beer. I was carting here, carting there, so bit of both beer.
Yeah.
Spirits, but no, it was a good walk. The time you got home, next morning you go to a party. And next morning it was bacon roll, because I don't like egg, but I have bacon roll, barbie sauce, about 9, 10 o'clock. Probably an orange juice, and then go home, have a shower, something like that.
And have hair of the dog.
Yeah, that was my sort of. Well, then when you go camping or to a rally, you just wake up and another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Okay. That's number 8. Number 9 it was. Number 10. Your goal, bucket list must do. Like what's your one thing you're definitely going to do on your bucket list?
The big lap.
Big lap.
Yeah, I want to do the lap of Australia. And always, as a young bloke, I'd always planned to do it on a bike, but now with my wife, she doesn't mind being on the bike, but not for long periods. So I don't care how I do it now, car, caravan, camper van. But every year when we plan a holiday, the missus says, where do you want to go? And I just always want to stay in Australia, but she loves going overseas. So we generally try and do a domestic trip and an international trip. But yeah, for me, I just want to see as much of Australia as I can. That'd be my big one. Yeah,
it's it. Jewish gun. Gentlemen, it's too easy to drink. Fucking oath, mate. That's why I drunk it on. Skid B's gone to bed and must have to start work early.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep. And breakfast meal, bucket list. Yeah, mine's my wife, Kirsty, she's fucking at 4 years old. She's been around Australia 3 times.
Right.
Her parents are travellers. Like Bruce, you'll see their property where they grew up in Ulladulla. He cleared the land, bought this property, 50 acres, cleared it, and built this fucking 35-foot catamaran. After fucking 2 or 3 trimarans and whatnot. Built this 35-foot cat. When Cora was born, they launched it in the harbour, which was 96, November the 1st. And then they sailed up around the Whitsundays, and for 10 years they just had a never-ending fucking summer. Like whenever the time they were up around Darwin, or whenever they come back round to the Barrier Reef and Whitsundays, and they just travelled on the boat and lived up there.
Yeah.
Because they did that once they sold the property and they lived on the boat for that many years. They live at Moorland up the road. They bought a property there, nice and cheap, and they've done it up, and they're only 20 minutes away from Kirsty's. So, the mothers, they want to stay, the wives want to stay close to their mothers. So
yeah, exactly.
The road.
Yeah.
I couldn't run up away from my mother. 8 hours. 8 hours. Anyway, Bucket list. Yeah. Okay, this is probably what we touched on earlier. What's your favourite thing about your channel that you like? Like, I guess it's like you're saying before, it refreshes you, and you you're doing what you're doing now. Like you refreshed your channel, and now you're sort of working with Harley and doing more rides. Where to walk was a car motorized type of channel, but now it's sort of back to where you want to get it.
Yeah, I think probably the best thing about my channel is the people that I've met. To be honest, it's not about the content,
exactly.
the cars or the bikes, but I've just had the pleasure to meet some really interesting people. You know, quality people. I mean, obviously,
I'd have to agree.
I'm looking at all these names in the side chat, and I'm thinking like I haven't met anyone face to face, but I feel like I know them all so well.
It's funny you say that because I thought exactly the same thing. Like when I asked the questions, I write the question down. I think it was what I'd answer, and it's exactly the same like you're saying. Like that's why I started trying to get this meetup happening because a lot of people were talking about it, nothing was getting done. So that's why I made a date, and hopefully we can get it all happening and meet up. And you're talking to people on the net overseas, like TJ and Steph and whatnot. I feel like I'm good mates with them, but I don't know if I meet them because they're way over the other side of the world. But it's just G-Spot down in Melbourne and whatnot. But they give you goals, the way I see it now, to go down there and meet them. Like, even though he's down there, we haven't met, but I class him as a mate. And like yourself and people, like we chat on and on YouTube, like chat, joke around, put shit on each other, but we haven't met. But I still think because of this whole web and YouTube and Instagram, and it's just made everyone closer. And with that regards, like you say, you want to go and meet them and have a beer with them or a chat and a coffee and whatever else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've also I've met some people that I would never normally have met too. Like when I was going to these bike nights out at Penrith for years, like it was, you know, you're rubbing shoulders with 1%ers out there, business people. Like it's such a different world, and like they're people that I'd never meet, but some of them are really good dudes, you know, really nice quality people. And
that's what I was going to say. That's with the club. There's a social club, but we did rub shoulders and met a lot of 1% clubs and whatnot, and at other rallies and like you're saying, they are nice blokes. But okay, they got the 1% life. They might have a dark past or something you don't know, but you don't. So you don't worry about it. But they're nice to you. It's like the old guy, and I've lived by is that treat people the way you want to be treated, and that's what I've lived by, and I've drummed that into my kids. And everyone says we've done a good job, but I don't know. But anyway, you know, it's just. Excuse me. I think it's just the way you're brought up and how you respect people and excuse me and that type of thing. As in, like I was saying, you see the scruffiest. I remember seeing a post years ago on Facebook like this bloke, this scruffy bikey dude, blah blah blah. But he was a paramedic and he helped this accident and saved this chickie's life or this old lady's life, but. Everyone else, oh no, dirty biker, blah blah blah. Because they're tarred him with the fucking image.
Yeah.
And come to know, and he's the nicest bloke. He's got 4 kids and a family of his own.
Yeah.
Which, like all of us, exactly. Cool. Next one. What was that? That was 11. So 2 more to go. Oh, this your favourite part of growing up as a kid, like. What did you all do as a family, like outings and stuff, like that type of thing? What was in that regards, if any?
I think I'm going back a long way because Mum and Dad divorced when I was about 7.
Yeah.
But before that, as our family unit, one of my favourite, we had a little family boat, a little 18-foot half cabin.
Yeah.
Every single weekend, without fail, would be on the harbour in the boat, sleeping overnight, watching the fireworks at New Year's Eve, that sort of stuff. So I reckon that's probably my fondest memory of mum and dad being together as a family unit, is spending time on the boat. But that's what influenced me to get into the maritime world full time, as a career.
Skids back.
The kids are in bed.
Skids back. Kids are in bed. You got the pass out. Fuck, man. You're one where Cody broke that fridge. I was at my mate's place at Ulladulla and I introduced him to your channel and we were watching it. I said, watch these blokes. They just got a live feed and they're drinking and whatnot. And then all that shit went on and he was gone. It blew him away. He couldn't believe all the shit that was going on. Fuck it.
I always miss Skid's live feeds and then because I don't stay up online, I just hear the stories and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that one? Oh.
No.
That was the gun. That was. That's. I think he's still in shit over it. I think.
Yeah.
He did a solo one the other night.
Yeah, I saw a bit of the solo one, but I never see the wild ones because I don't stay online.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly right. You can't leave them up for legal reasons, which is. It's fair enough. Exactly right. Well, the 13th question is just a simple one. Future plans for your channel the next year or two? What sort of your goal that you want to do for your channel?
Yeah, so I think that just continue what I'm doing at the moment. Like I want to develop more relationships with the manufacturers. So like I love watching the wild stuff that Skid Pig does, but I think we've got to kind of be true to ourselves. And like if I tried to be Skid Pig, I'm never going to be authentic at doing that. So,
exactly.
So I think my angle, I want to develop the corporate relationships with the companies, and I guess I just want to. Something that I'm also doing is I've got some interviews coming up with some like minor celebrities that are motoring fans. So I can't tell you who they are yet, but I want to try and angle that and get get a foot in the door of the interviews, the celebrity interviews, I guess, when it comes to motoring and motorcycles. Yeah.
No.
So I think, if anything, and I'd like to earn a living out of it, but that's a long way off. Like, I just launched my shop today, so I've got a bit of merchandise in a shop now with Skid Pig's recommendations. Yep. So that's one little step to earn a couple of dollars.
That's the go. That's the 13 questions. All done.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was pretty harmless, man.
There's only a couple of nitty-gritty stuffs in there, so it's all good. Yeah, I was sort of looking into the whole merch side of things. I got ideas of shirts for myself, but me being a printer, I'm very picky with myself. Yeah. And because I'm too busy, I can't do them at home myself, and I haven't got a dryer because the dryer is what you need to dry the ink and get good quality. But and the time to print them. So I'm thinking I've been looking at other places to print them for me, but like I just said, I'm very picky. That's my trade, and I can see the faults, and it's probably my downfall actually. Like when I do print a shirt, I'll see a fault and I go fuck it, and I'll throw it. And my mate up the road when he was alive, he goes, "What's wrong with that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's got this, that in it. It's got a fucking mark there." And you're going, "I'll have it." Yeah, if I can take it, So I give it to him. And I guess just being too fussy and too picky for yourself, which you don't be. But I got some ideas. Because I got the 3 style of stickers. The white one's sort of the t-shirt design I want to do, and also the Black Viking one. The Harlequin one, I'll probably do that later on for the females if they want a female shirt, because that's what I did that logo for. But I think one at a time. I'm going to look at the white one first, get the Life's Too Short sticker, sort of plug that, get that a long sleeve or a short sleeve. But yeah, I got the ideas. I just got to get it done. And and not be too picky. I'm just going to have to give it to a screen shop, pay the coin, and get it done that way. Otherwise, I'll be too picky and I won't do it, and I'll miss the boat type of thing.
I think that the search for perfection holds you back a lot.
Yeah.
You kind of, I believe you try and get something about 80% right, and then you've done all right if it gets 80% right.
Yeah, because even some videos that I've put out there, and even yourself, there's a part that you want to do better, or the music hasn't lined up to where you wanted to come in on the video, and it's a bit of a delay. See, that's my downfall. Too much of a perfectionist, like with my job type of thing, and what I want. It's I'm just gonna have to fucking just do it and turn a blind eye to it, I guess, and just so I can put it out there, because to the trained eye, they'll pick it like any spray painter in a car show at someone else. They walk around there and they pick at the pieces, or you'll go, oh, geez, this is nice. Untrained, oh, this is a nice car. Look at this. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Completely different perspective that you're looking at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to get another beer. Hang on.
Here you go, Moto G Spot. Your mug's right here. I'll get it in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to post his out to him too. I got yours the other day too, G Spot. I just haven't fucking messaged you. I went to work today. 2 blokes called in sick, so I had to run the digi-printers this morning. First thing went through my head, more stickers, but no. I couldn't do that. I had to get some work out.
So to throw a question back at you, Smitty, what's your goal for your channel?
My goal for my channel is I don't want to get monetized, because I'm just scared of getting slammed with copyright and shit like that.
Yeah.
I've looked into Ice Spike's his music that he works, but the way he explained it, you got to pay $25 a month per month. And then if you miss a payment, and what movies you put out with that music in there, if you don't keep up with your pay, so virtually if you start buying that music, you got to keep buying it, because if you don't stick with them, as soon as you leave them, they'll slam all your videos with copyright, and they'll all have to get pulled. So
yeah, it's not so much like that. I started using Epidemic Sound.
Yeah, that's the one.
And that's the license just for your channel only. But where I got caught out is when I was doing the car reviews for Central Coast Motor Group, I would make a version for me, and I would make a version for their YouTube channel.
Okay.
But because they didn't have a subscription, they were getting copyright strikes.
Yeah.
So then I did a bit more research, and now I use Artlist. And Artlist, you've got to have a subscription to download the song, but once you've put that somewhere, you can use it anywhere. So, I could make you a video with Artlist and send it to you, and you could use it, and you won't get a copyright strike.
Yeah, gotcha.
But anything that I make for a customer or a client, I just use Artlist, and then it doesn't matter. You've only got to pay to access it from the start.
Yeah.
And the music's almost as good as Epidemic Sound, not quite as good, but still good. And then I've got then you have no problems, but you got to pay for it within the YouTube studio.
Yeah,
there is a range of royalty-free music you can use without having to pay anything.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at that, actually, to tell you the truth, because I remember way back when Pandora was on your phone, you could have your Pandora, because they canned it for Australia, then you had to find another stream. Everyone went Spotify or something else, but I actually went to YouTube Red, it was called back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did, because now it's just called YouTube Music. So I play premium. I pay $11, $13 a month for that. And what music you like, it stores it and all that. And that's where I get all my music from, through the YouTube Red. Then when I do music, I'll search for it. My young fella found another YouTube. It turns it into you find a video and it'll turn that music video into an MP4. like
Yeah.
it's a YouTube. It's a YouTube. Actually, a YouTube converter. I tried other ones before, and then they ended up like free ones. Then they ended up folding because of piracy and all that. And then this YouTube one that we got onto, I think the reason why I'm getting away with it at the moment is because I'm playing YouTube Red music, which I'll never change because that's what I use on my phone all the time at work and listening to. But when I convert that into music to put to my videos, I think that's the only reason why I'm getting away with it at the moment. And like I said before, I was thinking about going to Epidemic Sound as well, but $25 a month constantly, like I said, and if you miss a payment, then like even Spike said, they'll pull and they'll slam you with the copyright for those videos that you got up already with that music on it. So it sort of shied me away from that as well. I remember Skid was in the chat with me. He said it's an investment. It is an investment, but really it's a trap because I feel if you do get it, you can't make a payment or you want to change after that, then all the videos you've done with their music in it, it's gonna be pulled or slammed with a copyright strike. So,
Yeah, just have a look at Artlist because it's not like that at all with Artlist.
yeah.
I could send you music tracks that I've paid for from Artlist. You could use them and you wouldn't get caught for it.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's a good system with Artlist, and you can do anything you want with it, really.
Yeah. Fucking G-spot. And then Harley here, he said he's what? I get copyright strikes on every video. I just put each time it gets removed. Only ones I've had to remove after that, the main ones like guns, AC/DC Gunners, you can't play. Black Keys, because I know I got slammed for them even on Instagram. And I've had the radio going in the garage. I did 2 quick videos of playing darts and just tinkering around the shed. That AC/DC playing in the background. And I did a quick video with the GoPro quick link they had. Only a minute 30 or something like that. Because of that jailbreak in the background, bang, you got slammed for copyright because you can't touch AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, or Black Keys. So I always looked for bands that are the same sort of style but just unknown and get it that way.
Yeah.
What's Skid
See
said?
you later, Chewy.
After cancelling, okay. Yeah. So, but, well, like I said, future for my channel, I still want to keep doing what I'm doing, putting out the videos that I'm doing, and obviously you always want your sub count to grow a bit, but I'll be really comfortable once they get over 300, near 500. Once they get to that, I'll feel I've achieved something. But at the moment, it's hard work. Like it's just living, working, and getting the shit out there. It's hard to go, which is the whole.
I found it. I'm sure Skid will probably agree, but I found 0 to 1,000 was a really bloody hard slog.
Yeah.
And once you tip over that 1,000, it just starts to snowball slowly, and you just see your numbers increasing.
And it's disheartening too when you see all these sexy women out there. They just smashed up fucking 5,000 to 10,000 in 2 days.
Yeah.
With tits and fucking and yeah, exactly. But I suppose
I had a fitness business for 10 years, and I had a small social media thing happening with that Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And then like I was, an older bloke that's lived life a little bit. I'd been fat, I'd been fit, and I was putting out pretty good content. But then like an 18-year-old would come out of school, and because she had to take photos with a G-string and a bikini, she was growing so fast within social media. And that was really disheartening for me because she had no life experience.
Yeah.
All she had was the assets. And that was really frustrating from a business point of view. And so you're right. As much as people deny it, tits and bums
I
get used.
I could tell you 3 YouTubers that have started after me, and they're already smashing 1,500 to 2,000, and some are even more so. And it's only because I hate to say it, because they're female and they are good looking, but
Yeah.
but that's it, you know. So, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, it's the way. That's the way of the world, and
Yeah.
it's probably we're probably our own worst enemy because we're probably the ones that get on there and follow them. and
Oh,
like
exactly right. We got them on Instagram and YouTube. So we don't get them along like everyone else is. So
yeah,
it's a dog eat dog world, and it's harder for ones and rest than it is for the others. So
yeah. You work with whatever your strengths are, and if that's your strength,
exactly.
you've got to do it, right?
I don't have many strengths. I know I can drink good. That's about it.
Well, J Max seems to do all right drinking. Like he's got a big following just from chugging.
Fucking oath, but he can drink though.
Arnie, man, he got some that.
Oh, mate, I'd be sick. What he drinks, like his chug channel, it'd go down and it's come fucking straight back up. Just look at these comments here.
Yeah, I was just reading through them too.
Mate, I was right. That's a good one. Maybe need to fucking hire models, extra models for our videos. Or Skid did that with his fucking thumbnail. That was a ripper.
Yeah, with that money that we don't earn much of through Facebook.
Exactly. Take a photo of the G-string.
Hey, Paul, I can't wait to see that, mate. Yeah, get into that.
I reckon.
I'll watch it.
Is your wife going to take the photo? Yeah, that's it. Oh, here's Fletch. There you go.
Yes.
We've done that one. It's Fletch there. Taking a break, and he's working over there.
Yeah, Fletch, I'm the same, mate. I've taken a couple of breaks over time as well, and just to get your head back, make sure it's what you really want to do, and then come back. And life's more important than YouTube. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, exactly. You got to balance everything. Like it, really, the YouTube side of things is just another hobby. For me, well, like you said before, it's just another release. And like other than jumping on a bike and clearing your head,
Yeah.
now it's something I like to. I've missed the fucking putting a video out since a fortnight. I try and get one out every week, but because we've been busy going out driving around and whatnot, I've missed it. So look, fuck it. Like I've been too busy, too bad. I still try and target that one a week. Then once a month, I'll do this live and pick another guest, and that's a backbone that I'm sort of going to go on. Then, like I said, I've got heaps of four-wheel drive footage just coming out, and I'll get two going. One with, like I said before, with Rickety and all that, and Cole, that we go four-wheel driving in the mud. And the other one will be, Nelly and the family, and where we've taken our four-wheel drive, because we, honestly, we trek around more than they do. Like last weekend, they wanted to go four-wheel drive, and we said where we're going, and they couldn't make a decision. So me and the missus just jumped in the car and went, which we do that. And, mate, I got one coming up. You'll see, I'm going to do the intro. The intro, I've picked the song and all that for the intro for the new episodes, but there's actually a tree stump with police tape around it. It was eerie because we're going down this four-wheel drive track, just getting through with the four-wheel drive, and we pull up to this shack where this bus is on the side, and then there's this police tape wrapped around this tree stump, and we're going, like, something's going on here. It's just, and we're going, fuck, we haven't been here before. And it was a state forest through road, but it had to go through two gates. There was two tracks, and it was like, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, that's a good one. That's coming up, and
look forward to it.
A couple more like that. Like me and the missus have gone through so many tracks that are pretty good forward. Like we don't want to break stuff. We're only a family person, family and whatnot. We love forward driving and getting the car into awkward places, but you don't want to break anything and you don't want to pay for it. So it's extreme forward driving, but it's going to be see the country and a bit of fun as well. So
yeah, for sure.
And I've got an idea where I've found out I've got a suction cap one, so I'll have in-cab combo as well with the CBs and all that now. So that'll be on the Rickety channel as well. And really need the other boys to fucking step up and get a GoPro themselves so I can use their footage as well.
Just get a couple of cheap old ones and just throw them in.
Exactly right. Just to get them to get a cheap old, 1080 fucking cheapy GoPro. Get a bit of footage, even just them chatting in the car on the CB or something.
Yeah.
That's sort of where I'm going with my channel. I know at the moment, wintertime would be a lot more full drive channels, but when it comes to spring and summertime again, I'll get out on the bike a lot more and want to go venturing. And obviously, I hope this August thing's going to work. I'll be there, but
yeah, I'll be there. I'm still coming.
Yeah, I was talking to G on Instagram today. I know he's definitely keen, but obviously the borders down there is just the border thing's just a big drama at the moment.
Don't bring none of that virus up here, G.
Yeah, it's it. And then even like HD as well, he really wants to come up too, I know, but I think he's in one of the fucking nitty gritty places, suburbs as well. But Steve Essex, how you going, buddy? He's always in Spike's Spike show. I watched half a Spike show today with where he's talking to the Giants. Fuck, that was interesting. I was watching the rest of it while I was cooking tea tonight, but because I got pulled out of the shed where I was working today, I usually I work at the shed, I can listen to the streams while I'm working. But because I'm in the digi room, I had to turn it off, so I'll have to listen to the rest of it tomorrow. But the stories that Stewie Wood was coming up with, how he was talking about venturing and all the Hells Angels concerts and all that in the clubs he was going to and performing with. It was so I really want to listen to the rest of it. So I'll have to do it. Right.
All right, Smitty, my man, I'm gonna have to take off. No, 3:30 start in the morning.
Yeah, not a problem, bud. Thanks for coming in and thanks for doing this.
My pleasure, mate. My pleasure. It was nice to chat.
Yeah, that was real good. It went really good. So
I reckon you've had about 5 for my one.
Yeah, it's funny. I got 4 empty cans right there. I got 1 in hand, and plus I had another 3 earlier. So
I'm a lightweight, mate. I don't drink a lot, but I enjoy it.
I don't drink a lot either, but some beg to differ. No worries.
All right, mate. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much.
Cheers, bud. Thanks for coming.
See you later, everyone on the side chat. Have a good night.
Good stuff.
See you, mate.
See ya. All right, guys. How long have we been going? Hour and a half. Okay, boys. We'll might call it as well. But how about we put a show of hands? Who's going to show up to the next one? 13th of August. And we'll get a bit of an update on the meetup in Nora Head as well. We'll get some prices on cabins. I'm going to get a cabin. I know they can fit 6 to a cabin, so there'll be room there if you just want to go halves in the cabin as well. So Harley's going to be there. Cheers, Skid. And thanks for popping in. We'll call it now. Cheers. And have a good one.